Good day and welcome to Chess Corner. In today's game, we still have a game from Norway Chess, and this is actually from round 7, a game between Grandmaster Ricardo Nakamura against Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen. This is an Armageddon setup that they will have. Well, let's get right into it and let's see what happened to their game. So here Ricardo playing white opens up with d4. We have knight f6 by Magnus and now c4. We have e6 and now knight to c3. After knight c3, we have d5. So after d5, we have capture, recapture. So queen's gambit decline, exchange variation that we have. So after capture, we have bishop to g5, pinning the knight in this position. So we have bishop to e7. So we have e3 only, and now we have h6. So basically attacking this bishop. So bishop has to move, bishop h4, and now bishop to g4. So attacking the queen in this position. And of course, you can easily defend it. You can go bishop e2, knight f3. But here, Nakamura decided to play this move, which is f3, attacking the bishop. So bishop has to move, bishop e6, bishop d3 was played, and now c5, putting pressure on this pawn on d4 right away. So we have knight to e2, a simple developing move, and now knight to c6, still putting pressure on this pawn on d4. So we have castle, and now castle. We have rook e1, rook e8, and now bishop c2. So the idea behind bishop c2 is to play queen d3 at some point. And it's going to put pressure on h7. But here we have rook to c8, and now knight to f4. We have capture, recapture on e6, and that's actually an excellent move. So here you really need to capture the knight, capture, capture. But now we have capture. If you're going to take a look at the position, I can easily just simply capture. But if you're going to capture, then it's going to be winning for black right away by a bishop to c5. So after knight d4, we have bishop to g6, an excellent move. Not giving the bishop, but still, attacking the rook. So the rook really need to move somewhere here. So we have rook to f8, and now bishop f2. And in this position, you really need to move the knight now because bishop takes d4 is possible, even queen takes d4. So we have knight c6, but now this allows rook takes e6. We have d4, and now knight to e2. So putting pressure on this pawn on d4. But now we have bishop c5 only by Magnus, and now knight to f4. So after knight f4, we have knight to d5, which is actually a mistake because this allows queen to b3, an excellent move. Because what's going to happen if you're going to capture? Let's say rook takes f4, then white will have rook to e8, winning the queen in this position. So here, Magnus decided to basically just, capture the knight on f4. After capture, then we'll have this check, an excellent move. Discovered attack, attacking the queen at the same time. So here we'll have king to h8, and now capture, recapture. And if you're going to evaluate the position, when it comes to material, definitely we can give it to white. It is because black doesn't have a queen. But still, it's playable. I mean, you can still play because this pawn is still a passer. There are several pieces on the board, and the bishop is still under attack. So we have queen takes b7, attacking the knight, and now we have knight to e5, attacking the bishop still. So here we have bishop to e4. After bishop to e4, we have bishop b6. We have a4 now, and now knight to c4. We have queen to a6, so attacking the knight. So knight has to move, so we have knight to d2. And now we have this a5. We have bishop to c5, and now we have bishop to b7. Now we have knight to b3, attacking the rook in this position. So we have rook to d1, and now we have this d3. We have bishop c5, knight takes c5, so attacking the queen and the king the same time. So here we have queen takes a7, knight takes b7, and now we have queen takes b7. And right now we'll have this rook to um, e8 by Magnus, with the idea of placing the rook somewhere here on e2, and maybe also on e1 if he can manage to play d2 in this position. So here we have g3. After g3 we have d2, an excellent move. So the idea is to basically play rook to e1, and right now if you're gonna allow it, it should be winning right away. But here Nakamura plays queen to b4. This is actually a blunder because after queen b4, um, you are actually allowing this basically like rook to e1, and in this position you can just simply play, I think, king f1, and the king can't go in this position, or the rook can't go on e1. But anyway, we have queen b4 by Nakamura, and if you're gonna take a look at the time, Nakamura has a minute and 35, wherein Magnus has 37 seconds only on the board. And right now he's actually putting pressure on this pawn on d2. So here we have rook to d4 by Magnus. That's a tricky move because if you're gonna capture, then black will play knight to e2, winning the queen. So here we have queen takes d2. So basically, Nakamura decided to basically just give up the queen. So we have capture, capture, and now knight to e6. If we're gonna evaluate the position, still it's actually white who is actually up, because right now we have 5 pawns against 2, and this knight is like 3 pawns in equivalent. But the problem here is this 2 connected pass pawns. So after knight e6 we have b4, and now king to g8. So Magnus decided to centralize the king to help stopping this 2 pass pawns. So we have b5 only, and now rook to a8, so putting pressure on this pawn on a5. So we have rook to e2 only, and now king f7. We have king f2, and now king e7. We have b6 now, and you're not gonna allow this b7 because this is completely winning for white right away. And Magnus actually found the best move by a knight to c5, stopping the b7 threat. So we have king to e3. We have king d6, king f4. So right now Nakamura decided to go on the other side of the board. He will put pressure on this 2 pawns on the king side. So here we have g6, not allowing the king f5 move. So we have h4 only, and now king to d5. We have king g4, and now king to c6. We have h5, and now rook to g6, or g8 rather. So after that we have rook to c2, so pinning the knight. We have king to b5 and pinning the knight in this position. So we have capture, rook takes, and now king to h5, so threatening to capture the rook and the pawn. But in this position actually Magnus lost on time, and right now black can still hold, although it's not easy if we're going to continue. So let's say, for example, we have rook takes g3 in this position, and here after rook takes g3, I think we can consider playing f4. This is actually an option, so we're going to go f4. After f4 we're going to try rook f3. After rook f3 we can go king g4, still it's playable. After king g4 we can go rook to f1, and maybe in this position we can go rook h2. So after rook h2, king takes a5, and then maybe here you can just simply capture, and most likely this is going to be a draw in this position. So I think Magnus can still hold, just that he lost on time. Well, that's our game for today. I hope you like it. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one.